Hey everyone, how's it going? It's really good to see you again. In this class, you are going to study the grammar point should have. By the end of the lesson, you will be able to speak it perfectly. But before we begin studying the grammar point should have, let me tell you a short story about me. When I was in school, I was a good student, but I didn't study very hard. I used to play with my friends every evening instead of doing my homework. Then, when I took my final exams, I failed. I feel really bad about this. I should have studied harder, and I shouldn't have played every evening. So, did you catch today's grammar points in my story? I said it 2 times. Number 1, I should have studied harder. And number 2, I shouldn't have played every evening. So what exactly does should have and should not have mean in these sentences? Let's study them closely together. So let's start with the grammar point should have. Take a look at this sentence here. I should have studied harder. So what exactly does this mean? Well, if you answer these questions with me, I'm sure you'll get the meaning easily. So let's go through together. Number 1, did I study hard? No, I didn't. Number 2, was this a good thing? No, it wasn't. And number 3, do I feel bad about this? Yes, I do. I feel really bad about this. So like this, you can use should have when you feel bad about something that you didn't do and it brought a bad result. Now let's look at the next grammar point, which is should not have. Have a look at this sentence here. I should not have played every evening. So, what exactly does this mean? Well, again, if you answer these questions with me, I'm sure you'll get the meaning easily. So, did I play every evening? Yes, I did. I played every evening. Number 2, was this a good thing? No, it wasn't. And number 3, do I feel bad about this? Yes, I do feel bad about this. So, like this, you can use should not have when you feel bad about something that you did do and it brought a bad result. So now that you have understood the meaning of should have and should not have, let's study the form, that is the grammar and how to make the sentence. So let's look at this sentence here. I should have played every evening. So what is the form here? Well, it is subject plus should have plus the past participle. Okay, so in this sentence, I is the subject plus should have plus the past participle of study, which is studied. Harder is the extra information, which you can add at the end after the past participle. Okay, now let's look at this sentence here. I should not have played every evening. So again, what is the form here? Well, it's actually very similar. It is subject plus should not have plus past participle. So in this sentence, I is the subject, plus should not have, plus the past participle of play, which is played. Every evening is extra information. Now that you have studied the meaning and the form of the grammar point should have, let's now look at the pronunciation so that you can speak it naturally and fluently like a native English speaker. Let's start with this sentence here. Listen to how I say this sentence. I should have studied harder. One more time. I should have studied harder. Okay, did you catch what happened to should have in this sentence? Yeah, right. It got kind of squashed together, right? So should have became should have. One more time. Should have. Okay, I will say the whole sentence again, and I want you to repeat it after me. Okay, ready? I should have studied harder. One more time. I should have studied harder. Okay, excellent work. Now let's look at the next point, should not have. Look at this sentence here. Now listen to how I say this sentence. I shouldn't have played every evening. Did you catch what happened to should not have? Yeah, it got squashed together, right? So should not have became shouldn't have. I'll say it one more time. Should not have became shouldn't have. Okay, again, now I will read this sentence and I want you to repeat it after me. Ready? I shouldn't have played every evening. One more time. I shouldn't have played every evening. Okay, excellent work. Now you can speak this grammar like a native English speaker. Excellent work so far in this lesson. You have learnt the meaning, the form, and the pronunciation of the grammar point should have and should not have. Let's quickly review everything so that you can remember it longer. So let's start with the meaning first. You learned the meaning of should have and should not have. So let's start with should have. Why do we use should have? What is the meaning? Well, you use should have when you feel bad about something that you didn't do and it brought a bad result. I should have studied harder. Next, for should not have, we use this when you feel bad about something that you did do and it brought a bad result. I shouldn't have played every evening. Next, we learned the form. So the form is subject plus should have or should not have plus the past participle. Lastly, you learned the pronunciation. So should have is pronounced should have, and should not have is pronounced shouldn't have. Okay everyone, really thank you so much for this lesson. I'm sure you learned a lot. I hope you had fun, and I'll see you in speaking practice. See you.